Hey, Scorpio, Mel, intuitive coach here, excited to bring in your January 2026 monthly reading. All right, let's open up your energy field and take a peek at the key themes playing out for you this month. We have law of attraction, hobbies, and choices. Now, January is a powerful month to make choices that better our health, our lives, our relationships. And it looks like you are jumping on that train, Scorpio. Now I'm hearing the name Janice. Janice could be your name, someone that you're connected to, or even someone that you meet in the coming weeks. Now, choices represents resources as well. So many of you are plugging in to the resources that are available to help you become a better version of yourself and to create balance and restore your body, your mind, your spirit. I'm getting a little bit of temperance here for you as well. So temperance can be a rebalancing after perhaps spending too much money over the past few months or even in 2025, or rebalancing the body. Getting back into a state of balance here is important. And I see that you are opening yourself up to new beginnings and you're taking advantage of this important time. Now we're stepping out of the year of the snake. It was a 9 collective energy, which means many people were shedding old skins, closing out old cycles, and dealing with some deeper soul lessons. And you may have even felt at times, Scorpio, like you were between worlds. You're like, I'm not quite out of the old, but I'm not quite into the new, and I'm stuck in this limbo, this hanged man period. You may have even found yourself caught between a rock and a hard place, or you may have been stuck in delays, or there may have even been some procrastination or self-sabotaging behaviors from time to time. But I see here that January is offering up a fresh start. Now you have the law of attraction. What you focus on grows. Your mindset is powerful. We can have a growth mindset or a fixed mindset. And when you have a growth mindset, it means that you are open to change, that you are able to tap into your own intuitive awareness, but you're also able to find a balance. I listened to a podcast the other day. I forget who was on the podcast, but she was talking about mind and matter. Oftentimes you hear the phrase mind over matter, but she was talking about how mind and matter play into whatever it is that you are wanting to accomplish. And because you have hobby here, I'm going to give you an example. So you may have made up your mind, Scorpio, that you want to get healthier, you want to get fit for the new year, and you have decided to join a gym. And your willpower is saying, I am going to get up and go to the gym, but I really don't love working out. I really don't love going to the gym. But if you can bring that mind and matter together, meaning if you can incorporate some sort of activity that you do enjoy, and that's why you have hobby here as well, you can bring both of those energies into alignment and you can keep your resolution. You can maintain a goal of yours instead of statistically falling to the wayside. That goal in 3 weeks or 4 weeks after the new year, you go back into old patterns or old habits. And I see that this year is different for you. You're saying, I want to become more abundant. I want to grow my business. I want to fall in love. I want to create stronger relationships within my family dynamics or within my current partnerships. And I see that the goals that you are setting out for yourself, you're able to find that balance here with choice. So you have a choice to do something differently. If one of your goals is to connect with new people, new partnerships, or to find a new romantic interest, you may be stepping into this world of hobby where trying something new, getting out of a comfort zone is going to pay off in more ways than you could imagine. And it's taking that first initial step that is the hardest. So signing up for something that it could be a class, it could be a workshop. Some of you may be signing up to connect with a passion of yours. It could even be online learning, because this often connects to the Eight of Pentacles, mastering a craft of yours. And the only way to gain mastery is to try it out, right? You're not going to know unless you try. And it's okay if you mess up. It's okay if you don't love it. It's okay if you don't connect and collaborate with every single person that you meet. But that's how you are going to find what it is that you enjoy, or connect to the people that you really spark with. And I see that hobby is something you are being guided to tap into, Scorpio. Now, with law of attraction here, I see many of you may even be creating a vision board. You may be creating an intentional New Year's list. I see that your mindset, as it says here, is very abundant, meaning you don't have that fixed mindset. You're not saying this is how it is and I'm going to stay this way forever. I mean, some of you, but because you have choice here, I see that you're exploring a new timeline. You're exploring a new reality. And that's basically what timeline jumping is all about. Making a new choice that gives you a different result or outcome, and you're willing to do it. And because you have strength here, I love that strength is at the bottom of the deck, because many of you, this is giving you the fortitude that you need to go the distance, to go all the way. And because we are leaving behind the year of the snake, right? Shedding old skins, we're moving into the year of the horse, and here it is for you. So this is your year to really shine your light. This is the year where you are being guided to put yourself out there. So whenever the law of attraction comes up, I love to spark the question for those of you that have a vision board. I would love for you to look in the bottom left-hand corner of your vision board, because it feels like that is a focus for you, especially in the first half of 2026. So go ahead and drop it in the comment section. Let me know what is in the bottom left quadrant or even left side of your vision board. And also left is connected to the divine feminine. So it could even be a creative endeavor, or you may be guided to get creative with a project, with your career, with your finances, and even to maybe discover a new skill or a new hobby. I see that you are putting yourself out on the line here. You are connecting to things that feel passionate, things that feel like they emotionally stir something deep within you. But I also see this level of service. So it feels like many of you are connected to either animals. You may be called to work with animals, work with people, or to help others in some way. And it could even be through health and wellness. You do have detox showing up here below strength. And it could even be helping yourself with detox by eliminating toxicity from your life, by really paying attention to your body, your body's needs. And you may also be guided to release energies that you don't love, right? If you don't love going to the gym, perhaps you enjoy jump roping, or perhaps you enjoy walking. Can you go to the local YMCA and go walk the track? Or if you enjoy being out in nature, can you incorporate a hobby that gets you the exercise, but you're doing something that you love? So I see you really blending those dynamics together here. Now you have the King of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands. You have a lot of pentacles here. So there is a strong emphasis or focus on the pentacle realm, which is practical matters, your material world, your career, and your health. And you do have the 10 of Wands here at the bottom of the deck. I'm also seeing a calendar. So many of you are looking at your calendar. You may start filling up that calendar for 2026. But I also see with hobby, it's not all responsibility. You may be plugging in travel or date nights or connecting with your friends, or this could be a book club. This could be taking a dance class, or with the hobby, some of you are getting reacquainted with your musical talents or abilities. This could be through singing. It could be through songwriting. Perhaps you are taking guitar lessons, or you could even be guided to maybe play the piano. And I see that your ear chakras are activated as well. So you may even be listening to more podcasts, listening to an audiobook, or listening to something that really inspires you. Oftentimes when hobby shows up, this can also be working with singing bowls or tuning forks. So frequencies are showing up for you as well. Now, the King of Pentacles, this is big boss energy, focusing on your stability. This is about you saying, how can I go all the way? How can I really level up my game? How can I get better when it comes to my health? And how can I create abundance that is overflowing, not just now, but long term? So you may be looking at your long-term goals, not just what you can accomplish here in January or the coming months, but your financials as well. So you may be going over your finances. Some of you are looking to increase your flow of abundance, and there may even be a new job opportunity coming in here with that Page of Pentacles. You may be learning a new skill set that can help you bring in, with the law of attraction, something that you're focused on, Scorpio. You have the Page of Pentacles, which represents news. Oftentimes, the page will bring in some powerful news, but he's also the one who is going to invest in his future. He is the one that is not only the dreamer, but he's the doer. So there is a dynamic playing out between what it is that you want and the action of going towards it. And I see here with this Page of Pentacles, you've been thinking about this for quite some time. And this may be the month where you speak it into existence and you back it up. Or if you are waiting for a call, maybe this is for an interview, or it could be that you are ready to put yourself into the world here. The Page of Pentacles is saying, invest in yourself. This is the time to do it. Self-investments. Now, the Queen of Wands may at times test your confidence, but you can see she is a powerhouse, Scorpio, and your confidence is going to build and increase. The more that you say yes to the life that you want to live, the more that you say yes to those things that inspire you, that uplift you, that keep you feeling young, keep you feeling fresh, keep you feeling alive, the more confident you will feel. And this Queen of Wands, she is magnetic and she has the ability to pull in the resources. Look at all of them beautiful cows behind her. And cows represent prosperity and abundance. And she has a whole slew of them behind her. And I see that you are, well, grabbing the bull by the horns, Scorpio. You are saying, this is the time that I am going to sign up for that class, or this is the time that I want to meet someone new. This is the time that I want to get healthy and I want to start this, perhaps this detox, or I want to get focused on my finances here. I want to generate long-term income. Now you have another page coming through here, and this is the Page of Adventure and Spontaneity. So you're able to say yes to something that is grounded, but have fun with it. So like I mentioned earlier, if you want to get healthy, but you do not love to go to the gym and do hours of cardio or whatever it may be, find something that you do enjoy and blend that in. So for example, I do not love going to the gym, and I love to be out in nature. So I spend a lot of time hiking and moving my body while I'm outside. I also enjoy doing yoga and stretching and ecstatic dance. So there are so many different ways to get my body moving without spending time and hours doing something that I don't necessarily love. Now, some of you could incorporate, if you enjoy listening to an audiobook, you could do that while you're on the treadmill. Or if you are needing to save or looking at your financials in a different way, you may be connecting with a financial professional or some sort of accountability partner, or even using a form of technology such as an app to help you out here. So for example, I use I think it's called Spending Tracker app, where it really allows you to put in all of the finances and to see where your money goes and where it comes from. And you have everything at your fingertips, and it kind of keeps you in the loop and keeps you accountable. So using some sort of tool or resource, maybe this is a fitness app. This could be something that is bringing in like spirituality as well. Perhaps it's affirmations in the morning that you listen to, or a good book that you read. Because I'm getting that calendar here for you, Scorpio, I also see that there are going to be some events, and this could also be connected to learning. But if you are a business owner, you could use this as either a business write-off, or it could be something that you attend. Maybe it's a yoga retreat center, or it could be a chiropractic event that teaches you about wellness and nutrition. I feel like you have the ability to have fun and learn at the same time. So the Page of Wands is reminding you to say yes to adventure. And if there's something that you don't necessarily love, dress it up a little bit. Dress it up and see how you can make it more appealing to you, because that appeal is going to keep you at it, keep you continuing to focus on your vision, focus on your goal. Now, you also have the Knight of Pentacles, and that Knight of Pentacles is showing up here because this is the action taker. Now, he is methodical. He is someone who's going to look at the map. He's the type of knight who's going to look at directions so he doesn't mess it up. There was one time I was building. It's actually the shelf behind me. It's quite old. And of course, I didn't read the directions. I'm not a huge lover of reading the direction. I think I'll just put it together. There's going to be some bolts and some screws, and how hard can it be, right? But at the end of it, I realized that I had put one of the boards upside down, and so sometimes we have to go back and do something over again because we didn't read the directions. And so what I'm seeing here for you with this Knight of Pentacles is you doing it right the first time, so you don't have to go back and repeat it. And even if you do, I feel like you're saying to yourself, I'm not going to let a distraction or a hindrance throw me off my game. And that's where that Queen of Wands comes in here, Scorpio, because your confidence is building. And some of you may say, I got this, which you do, but make sure that you have the resources and the tools and the mindset and the action, right? Mind and matter connected, collaborated, in order for you to kind of grab the bull by the horns there and hit the ground running this month with whatever goals or intentions you are setting out for yourself. Now, I love the Nine of Pentacles, one of my favorite minor arcanas, because it is about creating a life that you love, creating a life that you are proud of, one that you don't need to escape from, one that you don't need to run away from. This can be a highly independent energy, but it's about you not needing to, I don't want to say rely on anyone financially. So you're making your own money here. You are growing and evolving on your own, and you're able to enjoy the luxuries of life, and you're able to spread that abundance, spread that love, without feeling like you are going to get the rug pulled out from underneath you at any given moment, or instead of relying on other people's money or other people's investments. I feel like you are saying, I want to be able to stand on my own 2 feet. I want to be able to succeed. I want to be able to thrive, and I want to feel proud of me. Even though other people are proud of you here, I feel like that Queen of Wands is saying you have something that other people really value. And you have the ability to continue growing and thriving and become very, very abundant. This is a whole lot of pentacles. I haven't seen this many pentacles in quite some time. So again, pentacle realm is practicality, your health, your career, your finances, your material world. And there's a burden here that you are going to drop because, hold on, how do I put that here? Spirit is saying back it up. Okay, your determination, there's the right word. Your determination to see something through to the finish line is actually going to bring in less of a burden. So this could be health. It could be finances, getting focused on these practical matters, taking it all the way to the finish line without feeling overwhelmed, all right? Without feeling burnt out, without feeling like you are burning the candle at both ends. So there is a message here of making choices that feel aligned with this newer version of yourself that you are becoming, that you are stepping into in 2026. All right, let's look at career for you, Scorpio. There's definitely a new opportunity for career. I see that either expanding your business or taking your career to the next level. There may be communication that is being had in the month of January. You may even be speaking with a boss or a coworker. You have feather, and this is my Aquarius energy, which Aquarian season starts at the end of January. So this is happening here for you. I see divine intervention at play. This is travel. Some of you may be traveling, or you could be in the travel industry. I see working smarter, not harder. And that's why easy money is coming in. Now, it's interesting because you have a lot of pentacles, which represents hard work. That 10 of Wands represents hard work. But you're doing this now so you don't have to constantly be putting 110% into it forever. You want to be able to live in this luxury, in this abundance of the 9 of Pentacles. Many of you want to be able to have enough in retirement or have some sort of passive or residual income here. When it comes to family and relationships, which we'll get to in just a moment, I see that you may want to leave behind a legacy, but right now it's like you're a role model. I feel like you're a role model for your own self, Scorpio. And I'm hearing the name Julian or Julianne. Julianne or Julian could be your name. It could be someone, again, that you're connected to. But you may even be a bit undecided because of this page energy is fresh. It's new. And that's what I mentioned earlier with the hobby. You're not going to know unless you put yourself out there if you like it. You're not going to know if this is for you because you have the ability to make a choice time and time again. So some of you are saying, well, Mel, I don't want to invest into a, $2,500 program if it's not something I'm going to enjoy or something that I'm going to use, or it's not something that I'm going to profit from. I will tell you this here, if you listen to your own intuitive knowing, let's say this is a yoga retreat in Bali, and you're going to get your certification, but it's something that really calls out to you and it's a path that you are wanting to lean into. You've been curious about it, but you're not sure, is this something that's meant for you? If it's on your mind, if it's on your heart and it's something that you have wanted, I can guarantee that if you do not do it, that's what you are going to regret. That's what you're going to look back on and say, I wish I would have done that. So I do see here, of course, making logical choices. Some people cannot shell out that money to do it. And so that's where you are finding a way. Maybe there is extra income that you can generate to make that happen. Or there is maybe a second job here, or you are cutting spending in a different area so you can save up for this. So where there's a will, there's a way. And because you have choice here and you have strength at the bottom of the deck, Scorpio, I really believe that whatever it is that you want to go for, you have the ability to make it happen. You have life purpose showing up here. It says you will have new ideas and inspirations that will guide you towards your divine calling. And I'm seeing a book being published. This could be self-published here. This could be you hiring maybe an editor or going on maybe a book launch or a book tour for those of you that are authors, or you are looking at putting yourself out there in some way that connects to books. Now, what is meant for you will not leave you as long as you continue to push forward. That's that 10 of Wands energy. And that's why Spirit wanted me to back up, because it's not that you're releasing a burden. It's that you're doing some of the heavy lifting now so that it's not burdensome for you later. So you can really step into this 9 of Pence, as I mentioned. Ask for what you need and things will align for you to carry out your vision. There's the law of attraction. Manifestation, positive affirmations and energy, abundant mindset, but backing it up with the physicality of the Pentacle realm says you're grabbing that bull by the horns, you're all in, you have the confidence here to get something done and to hit the mark. To hit the mark, Scorpio. This is connected to your life purpose. This is connected to your calling. It's like the Judgment in tarot. You're considering your next move. But not only considering, you're saying, this is where I want to be and this is how I'm going to get there. And even if you don't have all of the pieces figured out, taking that one step, the page is a fresh beginning, taking that one step. And some of you may be thinking, Mel, I don't have an hour to work out, or I don't have an hour to write. My day is already busy. If you can offer yourself 10 minutes and break it down to bite-sized pieces, chances are that 10 minutes is going to fly by and you'll start to accumulate. So find little tips, find little tricks that are going to help you get to where you want to be. Planning things out. You have the planner, and I was seeing that planner in front of you, that schedule. It says here, take financial inventory and see what needs changing. So yes, this is speaking of career, and you may be an event planner, a project manager, or a professional organizer. It's crucial to make a plan so you make sure each day counts. You know what I'm getting for some of you? Time management. It feels like you are being guided not to put off your plans any longer. It is time to get the ball rolling on an idea. It's time to maybe even take professional charge of a situation. So for example, maybe you're getting your LLC, or you are wanting to write that book. Maybe you're doing more this month to say, I want a new job. I want to connect with this flow of abundance. And it feels like the energies are coming together in ways that really help you feel more organized, help you feel more aligned. And you certainly could be looking at taxes, looking at some finances here long term that have to do with maybe even mortality, or like wills, estates, and things of that nature as well. So planning things out, and yep, she's writing in her planner, her schedule. So putting things down is going to help you remember. Many of you may be list takers like I am, or list makers. I'm always jotting things down because that helps me feel organized. It helps me feel like I'm not missing out on anything. And I also see here for some of you, because that book is coming to mind as well, you may also be starting like a gratitude journal, or you may be journaling more. You may also be taking financial inventory and connecting to a financial advisor and saying, how can I make this happen? Maybe you're going to a bank and getting a loan, or you're taking a look at your finances and saying, I can cut back on this subscription. I don't use it. Or is this really paying off? Or how can I consolidate? How can I bring 5 of these phone lines and bring them together to be cheaper than paying individually? Or how can I bring down my car insurance or my health insurance? So it feels like you're doing your due diligence and you're looking at ways to save. And I see that You are spending on the things though that really do matter to you, whatever those things are. So I love this month for finances. You have a lot of beautiful opportunities to bring in abundance. All right, let's look at family, love, partnerships, romance. What do we have here for Scorpio? We have some really powerful energy. Scorpio, this is a good month for you. You have soulmates. Because we have the King of Pentacles here with the Queen of Wands, many of you are connecting to someone who is either very stable, someone who may be a bit more traditional. They may pay for the meal at dinner. This could be someone who opens the car door for you, someone who is chivalrous. But I have the Queen of Wands here, so it could be that you're dating someone that's very confident, someone who's very beautiful, very handsome, inside and out. I see that there is a soulmate here for you, a partnership, a contract that you are either currently in or that you are calling in with these page energies here. And for those of you that have been wanting to maybe freshen up a relationship, I also see you have the ability to maybe join a new hobby together with the hobby card and remember why you fell in love, or to celebrate here some sort of win, celebrate success, celebrate here your time together. There could even be some sort of anniversary or an event that you attend where you do connect with a partner or you meet someone new. And for those of you that have children, there's 2 children here. Some of you could even be single parents. I see that there is an opportunity to meet love. And if it's been a long time for you, if you've been single, and that 9 of Pentacles, there may be some adjustments that you are making as you are starting to talk to someone, but it feels like this person is very stable. This person is not here to play games. I feel like this person is intentional. They want to get to know you. And they're going to love you and they're going to love your family. All right. Now, for those of you that do not have children, it just feels like there's a fresh energy where there's spontaneity, there's fun, but then there's also seriousness as well. Soulmates. Because we have the clock here, this tells me for some of you, it's like time has been ticking. Some of you feel like time's running out, or you've been in a dynamic for quite some time. And you may have been in a bit of a cycle. Now, we are stepping into a fresh 1 vibration of 2026, which is new beginnings. So you may be looking at your relationships and saying, how can I shift? Not how can they shift? Not pointing the finger at someone else, but how can I shift my perspective or my energy here to maybe enhance or view this relationship from a different lens or a different perspective? But also communication. That page represents communicating and speaking to someone and seeing if you're both on the same page, or seeing if you can bring something together here. And if you haven't talked to a family member, maybe this is an adult child for some of you, if someone has been out of the country or overseas, or they moved away, maybe you moved away at a young age and you've been kind of out on your own, or someone's been out on their own here with that King of Pentacles. He's steering the ship. Someone may be a sailor or live by the water. I see that it's been a long time coming. Maybe there's healing that needed to take place here, but you may be viewing family or viewing a person or a relationship from a different lens than you were in the past. And a new choice may be made between how you feel about someone or a situation versus the old hurt version of yourself. So this is taking time, and I feel like you've taken that time to focus on maybe something else. And you have blowing a kiss. This is a beautiful energy here of unconditional love. Oftentimes we put conditions on love. This person has to behave or act a certain way, or they have to live up to this expectation or this standard. Now, there's nothing wrong with having green flags and red flags. Like, this is my deal breaker in a relationship, right? But sometimes we have expectations that are impossible to meet, and it sets us up for disappointment. And I see that you are sitting in your own unconditional love. You're starting to love yourself through all the struggle, all the challenges, all the flaws, all of the errors that you've made as well. And there's forgiveness here. And what is left is compatibility, right? Are we compatible? And if not, can I love this person from a distance, or can we still be a part of each other's lives? Or is it time to maybe veer in a different direction? Now there's fairness here as well. Fairness and love. Affection is being returned, or this is something that you want in your life, is you want there to be reciprocity. I mean, who doesn't? Nobody likes for a dynamic to be one-sided. And that's what you are calling in here, is balance. And that's where that choice card comes in, where some of you may even be in a situation where there's more than one individual or more than one suitor involved, or it could be a sibling dynamic. Maybe your parents are no longer together, or they're just two completely different people, and you may be in some sort of a choice mode regarding maybe parents' estate, or parents' health, or maybe parents' finances. And maybe this is the month where you get on the same page, or you're trying to heal or connect with family in a different way. But I do see that many of you may be going your own path or going your own direction because someone is not necessarily agreeing, because they feel like they're doing all the heavy lifting with that 10 of Wands. All right, let's get a chakra card. What chakra? Whoa, that one shot out. You have the throat chakra here. Creative expression. Didn't we mention creativity in the beginning? It says here, I am committed, and this is the 5th chakra, the throat area here. It says, I am committed to sharing and revealing my thoughts and feelings by being creative in my communication style and using expressive language. I express myself through talking, singing, sighing, laughing, and crying, and through using my creative talents. I consciously use my senses to experience my world more fully. I see, hear, smell, and feel more. And I become more aware of my surroundings, such as the weather, aromas, people, nature, sounds, and sights. You are becoming alive. You're waking up to your senses, including that 6th sense of yours. Say that 5 times. 6th sense, 6th sense. All right, lastly, let's get an archetype for you. What archetype is showing up for you, Scorpio? We have the ocean. Okay, let me find this in the guidebook. One moment. All right, Scorpio, the ocean is the unconscious, the depths, the incomprehensible. The power of the ocean is unmatched. To step into its salty waters is to step into the unknown. By its sheer volume, the ocean represents the unconscious, all that is beyond our understanding. We cannot live within the ocean, although I wish we could. I think I was a mermaid in a past life. We cannot claim it, manage it, or own it. It rejects our very attempt to dominate nature, yet amid its overwhelming power, it calls to us, inspires us, and invigorates our life on land. It dissolves the little us into the big us. When the energy of the ocean is present, there is change stirring that is beyond any change you've ever known before. The ego must dissolve. The saline swells work on your very cells, your fibers, your deepest underlying beliefs. Like Aphrodite, we rise from the ocean's froth a new being. Life is change. Let the wave crash. Ooh, I got goosebumps. When this is showing up as the light aspect, which we have choices here. So we're going to say there's a duality between light and dark. The light is deeper than deep. This is big, big dream, Scorpio. It is discovery. When it's showing up as the shadow or the dark, it can be subsumed, drowned, polluted, or even unpredictable. The ocean displays every emotion without shame. To witness its glassy, moonlit surface and its unforgiving storms is to know the full spectrum of the human experience. So often we don't fully express our emotions. And I heard the other day emotions described as a crayon box, which I really loved, where a woman has the crayon box that has 64 crayons in it, and the man has the crayon box that it feels like it's 12, right? 12 crayons, where we all have the ability to tap into that 64, maybe it's 72 crayons, but we only use a few of them, especially for the divine masculine out there. And it's about understanding that emotions are not a bad thing. They're actually here to help us understand, help us become aware of what's going on within us. And sometimes we can get subsumed in our own emotions where they feel like we're drowning in them. And that's where you are perhaps being challenged at times, is to tap into that deepness, that sub or unconscious here, big dreams, and discover perhaps emotions or feelings that have been either suppressed or maybe that you haven't felt for quite some time. And this can include profound emotions of bliss, right? Of enjoyment. And I feel like you are shifting dynamics here in a very, very big way. And lastly, it says, study waves, touch their surface, get in the water. No matter where you live, each drop is part of the whole. The ocean is in every tear. If you want to go deeper, check out Shakespeare's The Tempest or Jerichoult's The Raft of Medusa. So we have the ocean, which flows beautifully with your energy, Scorpio, because you are a water sign. Many of you are called to connect to water or to get deeper here or to dream big. This is a powerful month of discovery. And as I've said, you have the ability to take a vision of yours and focus on it, because what you focus on is going to grow into something probably bigger than you could have ever imagined. So that is what I have for you. Thank you so much for tuning in today, Scorpio. If you enjoyed the reading, please give it a thumbs up. Feel free to share, like, comment below. And if you are interested in a personal reading or signing up for the monthly newsletter or free reading giveaway, you can find all of that information in the description box below the video or by visiting intuitivesoulcoach.com.